in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front 7, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Jennings. It's caught. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start.
Oh, he's got some space. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. It's complete.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
There's the pressure. Makes the grab on the left. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will go to work for the first time today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls and fires complete. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The inside handoff. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Quick release by the QB. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lopez wants to fire. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll ride his man on the option. The give to the back. And they'll stop him before he gets started. They'll lose yardage on this play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Tar Heels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive from the 42. Leaves it with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third down, going up top. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God to this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man all by himself. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Voorhees. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he rushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice Nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Lopez to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Tar Heels get it past the sticks.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the... Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Indiana. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Ball to the outside, and drag for the big pickup. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And it slips just inside that right upright. That slices the lead to 2.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. Field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Lopez to pass. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Right on the money. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, UNC! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the extra point was good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Intentional throw.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Lopez wants to fire. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. On target to the left. And he'll go out of bounds in this. Tag just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Lopez to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He wants to throw it again. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 7 over Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Voorhees. At the 40. There he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air, it's Jennings. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got it behind the line. It's Voorhees. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a nice job by this defense. Man, they've given up a lot of yards. They've gotten to the scoring area of the field multiple times, but they keep forcing field goals. They did a great job again on that third down.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Lopez wants to fire. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
Well, if I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't, so go for it every single time. I love it.
They'll run the option. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice jump game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Off the play fake. Looking for space to the left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lopez to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. He was trying to get it to the 25, but the defense stands tall, and they force a 4th and short. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Handoff from the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Finds his tight end. And the Razorbacks brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game.
He lost one down the sideline. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in... And we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Bringing the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
The give to the back. Got a little space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware that it's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another first down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to tunnel.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I think I agree with the head coach at this point. You're telling your offense it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation.
Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Caught, close to the marker, it's Brown. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Turning it on. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Tar Heels get enough to move the chains. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback running on the draw. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. Who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.